Good morning, student. Today we are talking about income tax for third semester BBA, Mangalore University. Session is 8. Title of the session is House Rent Allowance or HRA. The learning objective of this session is to understand the house rent allowance and rules of house rent allowance as per Income Tax Act. The outcome of this session will be familiar with the house rent allowance of the employees, especially while computing income from a salary. Now, house rent allowance. The rules relating to the house rent allowance is stated under section 10, subsection 13A and rule 2A of Income Tax Act. It is an allowance. Now, as far as meaning is concerned, house rent allowance is an allowance to meet the expenses in connection with the rent of the house by whatever name called. That is the allowance given by the employer to the employee to meet the cost of rent of the house. So, as far as tax treatment of this item is concerned, we have to consider minimum of the following items. That is, minimum of the following is exempt from the tax. Under that point A, actual HRA received. First, we have to take actual HRA received. It is normally it will be given in the problem. Then, point B, an amount equal to 50% of salary when house is situated in a metro city, or 40% of salary when house is situated in any other place for the relevant period in India. Okay, if it is in metro city, we have to consider 50% of salary, and in other cities we have to take a 40% of salary. Next, point C, we have to compute the excess of rent paid over 10% of salary. In short, rent paid minus 10% of salary. Actual rent paid by the employee to the owner of the house minus 10% of salary. Here, salary means basic. We have to consider DA only if it forms a part of retirement benefit. Again, we have to consider commission if it is paid as a fixed percentage on turnover. So these items are to be taken while computing salary for the purpose of HRE. When you are computing salary, in case if the house is situated in metro city, you have to consider 50%. If the house is situated in other cities, you have to consider 40% of the salary. And first you have to compute rent actually paid by the employee to the employer or owner of the house. Sorry, owner of the house, not employer, owner of the house. And you have to deduct 10% of salary. So first we have to compute the salary for this purpose by considering the above points that I have said in this session. Now, what are the important or key aspects we have to remember while computing HRA? As it is a part of salary. Salary shall be determined on a due basis for the period for which the employee occupies rented accommodation in the previous year and gets HRA. That's the first aspect that we have to understand and memorize. Point B, exemption is not available if the employee lives in his own house or in a house for which he doesn't pay any rent. If it is so, he cannot get any deduction. Then, for criteria of 50% or 40% of salary as a deduction, place of employment is not significant, but the place where the house is situated is important. Point D. Deduction from HRA depends on salary of the employee. The amount of HRA. place of residence, rent paid by the employee. These are the basic aspects that we have to consider while calculating the HRA of an employee for the computation of income from salary. Right? Thank you for hearing me in this session. Thank you.